Hi everyone, and welcome to the BU series here at BSA Solutions. We are a proud recipient of the Great Place to Work Award for 2 years now. My name is Nico. Joining us for this episode is our COO. Please help me welcome Sir Chino Chua.
Hi guys, thank you
Hello.
Nico.
Hi everyone. We are live on YouTube. We want to say hi to those who are actually watching us right now. We have questions for Sir Chino here. Since August is Geek Month, and for sure, we all have our quirks. Whatever we are geeking on, we're going to talk about that as well. Personally, I geek on music since I'm in a band, so I geek on musical instruments, especially my guitar, gears, and everything else. Apart from that, what? Currently into microphones. I now have personally like three microphones, one for recording of my voice for our marketing collaterals, and then two microphones for performing. Now, Sir Chino here has also, has his own side of his way of geeking into things. Apparently, he brought some stuff this afternoon.
Yep. So these are the two of the geeky stuff that you can find in my office. Just to give you a background of where I got these. This Funko Pop, I actually got this when I watched Black Panther. So it was
Ooh.
given for free by Globe.
Sweet.
So I don't really buy Funko Pops, but it is my first time that I got it. So I just displayed it in my office. And this one is a Rubik's Cube. Um, yeah, I know how to solve this, but sometimes I play it in my office when I get stressed, and sometimes I leave it unsolved in my office, and when and by the next day, I already somebody solves it already. So somebody actually comes into my office, solves the Rubik's Cube, and leaves it there.
Truth be told, I have never ever solved a Rubik's cube, but apparently it's a numbers game, right?
Actually, you just need to memorize the pattern. You don't have to be smart to solve this. You just need to be familiar. You just need to be familiar with the pattern and then memorize it.
so
And
there's patterns and colors, right?
Yep.
Ah,
You
okay.
don't have to be very smart about it.
Yeah, because some are pretty like really,
Really
fast, right?
Yeah. Some do
And-
it blindfold.
Yeah, some do blindfolded, and some like do
Yeah.
too.
Juggling.
Yeah, they juggle and then they
Yeah.
fix things, right? Cool, amazing. Let's say hi to some people joining us on YouTube. We have Ram watching from Mexico.
Wow. Hi, Ram.
John, hi John, hello. Miss Joy, how you doing, Sir? Sir William, how you doing from the eighth planet?
Really? Wow.
We also, oh yeah, so yeah, for those of you who are there, Avzan's also watching us all the way from Malaysia. If you have questions for Sir Chino, please drop them on our chat room, and yeah, we'll be more than happy to ask Sir Chino of these questions. But
Yeah.
first things off, congratulations on being a father for the second time,
Thank
Sir
you.
Chino. What daddy skills did you have to unlearn and relearn this time around?
All right. Aside from the usual stuff, preparing the milk, changing diapers, making the baby sleep, um, you can actually see the difference between the first baby and the second baby. With the first baby, dads usually over prepare, bring in five extra diapers,
Oh, yeah.
extra clothes, but with our second baby, we already know what to expect. So we're usually a bit more. We are now a bit more relaxed. We just bring in one diaper, one extra clothes. When the baby cries, we don't panic anymore, because we basically know what to do, what to expect. With regards to the pregnancy journey as well,
Yeah.
our first pregnancy journey was like a voyage to the great unknown. So we don't really know what to expect.
Right.
But with our second child, it's like we already have a map. So we already know what to do, what to expect. If my wife feels some contractions, we don't panic right away because we know it's normal.
Right.
So yeah, with our second baby, we are way more relaxed.
Are
And
they both boys, girls,
they're
a boy
both-
and a girl?
They're both girls.
Both girls.
Yeah.
Girl dad. Nice.
Yep.
My baby is also a girl. She's now 2 years old, and it's my first time being a dad. So it was nerve wracking. But then once you see your kid, and then once you see them, do the baby stuff, you're like, ah man.
Yeah.
it makes coming home.
Yeah.
You crave
Yeah,
going home
it's
because you
something you look
know there's
forward
someone
to.
looking forward to.
Yeah.
Looking forward to you coming. Yeah. Sir Chino, Zana, and yourself, you are BSA's one-two punch.
Yeah.
Collectively, what would you say? We're what we started. Here's the thing: for those who are watching, and for those who did not know, BSA opened right smack down in the middle of the pandemic,
Yep.
2020. Um, some people would not decide to open a business around that time, but these two, Sir Chino and Zana,
Yeah.
they most certainly did. I know you've encountered a lot of milestones for the company, but on if you were to pick like, your top three milestones so far, what would they be?
All right. The first one would probably be, the opening itself of BSA. As what you mentioned, we started the company during the pandemic. And in fact, for those who don't really know the history of the business, we didn't really plan on having an outsourcing company from the start. When I called Zana, I asked her, "Oh, hi Zan, do you want to do a consulting business? Because we both like to help businesses grow. We're both CPAs as well." And then she said, "Yes, why not? It's the pandemic. What else is there to do?" And yeah, the opening itself is a great milestone because it's not easy to set up a business during the pandemic. Crossing borders from Mandaue to Cebu, because when we started the business, we actually had two offices,
Oh.
one in E Block 4 in IT Park,
Yeah.
and one in JDN in Mandaue.
Right.
So we had to manage both offices, cross borders, and it's not that easy. And it's not easy to set up an office space by itself. Hard to recruit as well. Hard to buy equipment. So everything was difficult, but good thing. Everything went well. The second milestone is probably, setting up our own headquarters here in FLB. As you know, our office is here in the 14th floor of FLB Corporate Center in Cebu Business Park. But before we moved here, late 2022, we were actually just seat leasing in three offices, one in IT Park, one in Cebu Business Park, and one in Fortuna. And then we just decided, oh, why don't we just merge everyone into one big super center?
Right.
So now, here in FLB, we actually occupy 2 floors and one small office on the 8th floor. Our third milestone is probably now. Because BSA, in the 4 years of operation, we are actually servicing 500 heads already.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, we did not expect it to grow this quick. In fact, when we reached 100, we were so happy back then. I'm so contented with this. Let's not grow anymore. But now we're 500, it's such a big milestone because we didn't expect it. And now that we know that we're capable of growing this big, we have even bigger plans for the future. So yeah, those are.
I guess for myself, a milestone would be not being able to remember a lot of the names. Because back then, it was so easy to remember the names because there was only a few of us. But then now with our number of heads, man, it's so hard to remember names. You can distinguish faces and everything. But then that's a good thing. Growth is always a good thing, especially for businesses like ours. Sir Chino, let's talk about a day in the life of being a COO, a dad, and everything else in between. Give us a little idea of how your day goes.
All right. So normally I wake up at 5. I usually, because right now, this is something personal, but I'm just gonna share it anyway.
Yeah.
I sleep in a separate room because I snore at night.
Oh.
And my wife and my kids cannot sleep when I'm in the same room as them.
Right.
So I sleep in a separate room. I sleep in my office, actually, my home office. And then I usually get our second baby at 5 a.m. I usually get her from my wife, and so that she can relax a bit. At 6 or 7, I prepare for work. I usually leave at around 7:30 or 7:15. Drop my wife to her office. I arrive in the office at around 8:30, 8:45. And then what I usually do, my first few minutes is I pray for 5 minutes probably. And I usually check on the important emails first. And after checking the important emails, I usually have meetings at 9 a.m. Because right now, as a new COO, I actually handle 6 departments. At the same time, I also do the CFO work for one of our clients. So I actually have a lot of hats to do. So I usually spend most of my day doing meetings, and also handling client concerns and talking to the team. I don't really do the nitty-gritty work anymore. I usually just do the reviews and meetings. I usually go home at 5:30, pick up my wife, have dinner at 7:30 or 8, prepare our kids to sleep, and then once they're asleep, I read before I go to bed.
What's a good thing to read before you doze off? What kind of books do you read?
Well, the thing is, right now, before I was reading about management books and self-help books, but when they released House of the Dragon, I'm actually a big fan
you
of A Song
are.
of Ice and Fire. So I'm actually reading the Fire and Blood by, I forgot the name of the author, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm reading the lore itself of A Song of Ice and Fire. So if you ask me anything about it, I can probably answer maybe 50%.
Those
So
who are
I'm quite
watching,
interested.
yeah, those who are watching, if you want to pitch in some questions.
So I'm reading fictional books right now.
Would you rather like read the books, or would you rather watch like the show?
Well, the thing is, the show has deviated a bit from the books. And I think the books are a bit more detailed because they actually skip a lot of things
Right.
On the show. So I feel like the books are still a bit more interesting. The problem with Game of Thrones is season 7 and 8, they're not really based on the book because I think the book ended in season 5 or 6 or something. Those are not really canon.
Would you say like general consensus when you like reading the book is way better than watching it on film because you can never stop your imagination?
Well, it really depends because before I actually liked watching the movies rather than reading the book. So it really depends on the the story.
Nah.
With Harry Potter, I like the movies better than the books.
Oh, you did?
But with A Song of Ice and Fire, I think the lore is way too vast to compress it into a single series. So I feel like a lot of things are being missed out.
I remember reading the Da Vinci Code because the movie was about to come out. So I watched it before it came out in the cinema, and I was so disappointed in the movie because the book was more detailed. Well, again, different strokes, different folks.
The only downside there is if, like, for House of the Dragon, I've read the book, but the series is still in season 2. I already know how it's gonna end. So I'm not. It's not going to be the same level of excitement as actually watching the series for the first time because you already know the story.
And this is the thing that really pisses me off, especially when I get home. We have Netflix and we have all these other streaming platforms, and I have 2 kids, and both of them read manga. So same sentiments. They definitely know what is gonna happen already, and you're like, I'm trying to catch up, and you guys already know what's gonna happen. it really pisses me off sometimes. Let me see. We have Sir William who asks what's your favorite way to unwind after a long day at work?
Oh, okay. Unwind. Of course, it's playing with the kids. That's definitely number one. With my firstborn, I just want to make her laugh. With her secondborn, I just want to, cradle her.
Yeah.
As well. Talking to my wife, of course. I forgot. I still play games sometimes at night.
Which games?
There's a lot actually. But right now, I'm actually playing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, on PC. I don't have any consoles at home anymore. Spider-Man was released on PS5 and also Xbox, but they also have a version in PC, so I actually downloaded it and just play it maybe 15 minutes a day because I easily got bored.
Are you more comfortable playing it on a PC or on consoles?
I don't have a console anymore.
But if you had,
if I had,
yeah.
consoles are better, but I just can't have a console with the kids around.
Right.
Yeah. So the funny thing about the PC though is I built it in 2022 from scratch. I bought
Oh,
my own
sweet.
parts. You know the Henry Cavill clip.
Oh
Him
yeah,
building his
yeah.
own PC.
Right.
I try to imagine myself doing that as well, but of course I don't have the PC.
With his buddy.
So what I told my wife was, because she asked me, why did you buy all these stuff? You know, you're too old for this. And I told her, you know what, this PC is not for me. It's for a kid. I'm just building it for them in the future. It's a great excuse, guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy it yourselves.
it's a great excuse. Because I think the fulfilling part is just being able to build everything from scratch and then be able to see it work.
Yeah.
I guess
That's the best feeling
that's
ever.
the best feeling. Oh, it works. I
Yeah.
did it myself. I didn't have any. I didn't ask for professional help.
Yes.
I have ITs at my disposal,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm doing it myself. So yeah, cool. We have Afzan who says books are always better than the movies or the TV version, and he says, she says, Chino likes Harry Potter films better than the books. We cannot be friends. Good times. Let me see. We are definitely celebrating Geek Day in August. That's why we're talking about things we're geeking about. For those who do not know, we talked about the games that you have played. Apart from the games and everything, what interest or what things should this generation be keen on geeking on?
All right. Well, if we're gonna be really serious about it, people should be, interested or look at data analytics. Because that's actually the trend right now. I think one of the most high-paying jobs in the market right now is actually related to data analytics. So if you wanna, earn big, do either data analytics or software development. It's one of the two. If you want to talk about hobbies, I would probably say, I know this is still gonna be a bit geeky, but learn how to play chess, because if you would notice when Netflix released The Queen's Gambit,
Yeah, a lot of people watched,
there was a
right?
surge of
Yeah.
interest in chess. Before, when you say chess, you play on a board, right? But right now, during the pandemic, and because of Queen's Gambit, online chess is actually kind of
Right.
getting famous.
Right.
And the thing is, we do have some grandmasters in chess here in the Philippines, but we haven't really excelled in the world stage of chess. And the good thing about chess is, whether you're a man or a woman, it's the same playing field.
Right.
So if you're a girl, you can beat a boy, and there's really no physical limitation that can, make you successful at chess.
What's the thing with chess that you think people should be should like have their eyeballs set on that? Is it the anticipation of the moves? What
It's the thing with chess is there's really no you can't memorize all the moves.
Right.
There's like millions of possible patterns when the first move starts. So you really there's no the same. I mean, there's no anything can happen in chess basically, and it depends on the players on how they can actually outsmart their opponent.
Because of Queen's Gambit, I realized like your first move actually has a name.
Yes.
Like if you used a pawn and then you put it on this aisle, this is like what, the Sicilian move.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was just for as long as I moved like the pawn like on one step and then I follow the horse, it's an L,
Yes.
and then that's it.
Yes.
I didn't even realize that there's
There are.
the moves. There's plenty of moves,
Yeah.
and there's also the I see. I'm trying to geek out on it, but I'm not as proficient.
Yeah.
I know you play some chess
Well,
in your time.
I played in high school, but after that I stopped. So it's just recently that I tried chess.com, and I
Yeah.
don't really play that much anyway. I just play it for fun, but I don't know, once a month.
I guess that's something that we also would want to check out. You said software development.
Yep.
Apart from that,
Data analytics.
data analytics. I think that's really key now, especially these days. Especially if you know data analytics, you can even incorporate that for if you want to be part of sport development training. You can use data analytics. A lot of the games, especially in the NBA, some teams actually use data analytics to pick.
Definitely.
Even baseball, they pick players depending on what's provided on data.
Yeah.
There are also some teams who still use like the eye test, which the player looks good or fits well with the system. But data analytics definitely will help you. Let's say hi to more people. Jason Kilo says Dota 2.
I do play.
You
Dota
play Dota 2?
Yeah, but the thing with Dota 2 is, I'm supposed to play games to relax, right? But when you play Dota 2, you get stressed even more. So I try to stay away from it. I still play it from time to time.
Which game stressed you the most? That you played one time, that's it. Not gonna play this anymore.
Probably Dark Souls. The Dark Souls series is so difficult. It's not for me. Maybe if I was a teenager, I would probably play it and have the patience to do it.
Right.
But no, I'm not gonna waste my time on it.
That actually makes sense because it really depends on your tolerance level. Some players do play because they want to finish all the challenges, eventually come out, emerge as the winner or what have you. But in your case, I would rather enjoy the experience, not be stressed about it. So, which games suit that when you're in that level of thinking? What kind of games do you go for?
Well, if I wanna unwind, I would rather play NBA 2K. That would be good for relaxation. And what else? I still do play the retro games or the classic games like Warcraft, Counter-Strike. But Counter-Strike stresses me out sometimes. I do play some games that are like, I don't know really the genre, but they're like movies. I'm not sure if you're familiar with The Last of Us and Uncharted.
Right.
The Last of Us is actually now a series, but it was based off a game.
True.
Those kinds of games, they're it's like you're watching a movie.
Right. It's immersive, and it depends on the scenes.
There's
right?
a story.
Yeah, it's a
basically.
story. Final Fantasy VII.
I did, but I think up to the PS1 level, I didn't really continue.
Carlo asks, which Dota 2 hero is your favorite, Searching?
Whoa, hero. Dota 2 hero. I don't know. I usually play offlane or support. So for the offlane, I think the best hero right now is probably I don't know. The meta right now, I think it's Beastmaster or Brewmaster. And for support, I like to play Rubik. Stealing spells. Anything is possible in a game. As long as you know how to play it, you will have fun using Rubik.
Rusty is asking, Dota 2 or Valorant tournament in BSA?
Dota 2, definitely.
Dota 2. Okay. Yeah, that's something
Sorry,
we can
Valorant players.
look on. Look at. Okay, let me see. Euro Truck Simulator 2.
No, I haven't played that. But I did play some simulators before. PC Building Simulator, there's one. I also heard that there was like a goat simulator and a cat simulator. So it's kind of interesting. I haven't tried it. But yeah, I think everything is a simulator nowadays.
You said like you play to de-stress, right?
Yeah.
Now myself, I don't play like games because I easily get stressed, even on the easiest games. So what I do is I live vicariously off people. You know that scatter game? I know it's gambling. Like people do online gambling.
I think I've heard about it.
Yeah. I've seen it on socials, but what I do is I never gamble. I don't. So what I do is I just watch them play. I think these are like regulated games, but I see them and I watch these players get stressed because they put in there's
Yeah.
one big boy Cheng who puts in like 2 million
Wow.
pesos, 4 million pesos every game. He wins, he loses. When he wins a lot, you feel happy for him. When
Yeah.
he loses a lot too, you're like, oh my god, man, I feel sorry for you.
So
But
it's-
again,
yeah.
I'm living vicariously off other people because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend the
You
money.
just
on
want
that.
to watch their reaction.
Exactly,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's what like it's what gets me off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the reaction that they
Yeah.
get from from playing the game.
Yeah, yeah.
That's me. Let me see. Back in the day, we have two more questions. Back in the day, Sir Chino, being labeled a geek
Yep.
has a negative connotation. How has that improved over time? Has it improved? Has it drastically are people giving us a negative connotation on the term geek?
Yeah. Okay. So to be honest, I don't really understand why people see or people perceive geek as a negative thing, because when you actually try to look at the definition of a geek, it is actually an enthusiast or an expert of a certain field, particularly on something that relates to technology. But the good thing, with the millennials and Gen Zs, geeks are becoming a bit more common, and they're getting accepted a bit, not really a bit more, but widely accepted by the society. And that actually makes me happy. And the good thing with the geeks they are passionate people.
Right.
They're passionate. They are they're refreshingly honest about a certain field that they're interested in, and they are brave to express their interest in that, and even sometimes act childish
Yeah.
just to show their interest in that certain field. So if you ask me about it, I think geeks are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, probably one of the richest geeks are those guys who play the geeks in Big Bang Theory. If you really think about it, they pretty much exposed the life of geeks pretty much.
Yeah.
But then they're paid handsomely for it. Apart from that, I think geeks now from geeks to cliques. So they find themselves or they find time to look for each other in this vast expanse. You could be someone from Cebu who geeks out on Funko Pop, and you can find someone from Zimbabwe who shares the same interest as you.
Yeah.
So the world is becoming close or smaller by the day because of geeks and cliques and all these things. I think it's all about just building a community.
Yeah.
Because you could be interested in one thing and then you realize the world is so small because there's plenty of you who are actually sharing the same interest. You just need to find time to look for which one you want to concentrate on, and hopefully you find the people that would share that love and your passion for whichever interest you want to go
And you
for.
shouldn't be ashamed of your passion as well. You should express it, because that's what you've said. You'll never know. Maybe there are also a lot of people who are actually sharing the same passion as you are. So whatever it is that you're interested in, just express it.
How about this? Family computer. Did you
Of course,
did you
of
own one
course.
back in the day?
I didn't own one, but my titos and titas own one. So I usually go to their house during summer vacation.
Yeah.
Then I was the first. I was the eldest. How do I say it? Eldest nephew.
Yeah.
Basically. So I'm always the first one who plays the family computers. But I did play a lot of family computer games.
Marimar, were you able to play games on a family computer? No, you did not, right? So
you missed.
You missed on a lot.
You can still play family computer on your phone, Marimar.
I think if you go to Country Mall or all these other like malls, some of them still have like the family computers, but it wasn't like the same one. I think it's a different brand, but you have the cartridge. You do this thing where you slap, you blow on it for it to work, and you turn the TV on, and then the anticipation of will it work or will it not? I think that's also something you want. It was very satisfying if it works. Which games did you play on your family computer?
Oh, my favorite is Contra.
Well, see, we have Enzo. I think I talked about Contra on the family computer.
Contra. Of course, I played Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And What else? There were a lot. There were a lot of games.
Yeah,
But
there were a
Contra
lot of
was my
games.
favorite.
There were a lot of games, and I think a lot of, especially the Pinoys, we were hooked on the family computer. Brick games. I
Yeah.
believe you went. Did you go for the brick games too?
I did, but I didn't really play it that much. Tetris, no,
Tetris,
not
no.
really.
Yeah.
Uh,
So there's family computer. There's what?
Well, the funny thing about the games are the old consoles
Mhm.
usually have you need to have the skill to actually unlock certain cheat codes
Right.
or additional content.
Right.
But now with the new console, you have to pay. You can't.
Oh,
You have to
yeah,
pay to
right.
get the DLC.
Right.
So it's kind of sad, you know. I actually like the old consoles better because you need to have the skill, you need to research, and we didn't really have internet that much back then, so you have to do it yourself.
I
So
remember
it was
like
really rewarding.
I remember like if you wanted to have a good like combo for this character, you wait for the magazine to come out. Remember that? Remember those?
Forgot.
There was a specific magazine.
GameStop, I think.
Yeah, that would
GameStop,
give
yeah.
you like the combinations for
Yeah.
if you want to have a like a good combo for Spider-Man
Yeah.
or Wolverine. You just have to follow these and you'll be all set.
Yeah.
But I totally get you. These days, if you want to have a good character, if you want to have a nice a new
nice
skin or
set,
what have
yeah.
you. You have to
have to
pay for
pay.
it. Ah, yeah.
It sucks.
It definitely sucks. Okay, Sir Chino, I think you answered this already, but if you want to throw in another answer, fill in the blank. Geeks are what?
That's what I said. Geeks are awesome.
Alrighty. Let's check on other people here. Let me see. Joanne says, Tekken na ko niboan. Okay,
I
cool.
love Tekken as well.
Balloon Fight.
That's
Galaga.
family- yeah,
Galaga.
family
I
computer.
did play that. Even on the arcade, remember those?
Oh yeah.
On the arcade, was it Twin B? I think
Twin B.
Adventure Island.
Adventure Island.
Adventure
Bomberman.
Island. Bomberman. Yes. So you put in like your was it like piso I think, and then you wait for a few minutes until it beeps and
Yeah.
everything. I think it still
Yeah,
exists.
It still exists.
It still exists. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Yeah, even now. Street Fighter 6, I think, is the latest one.
There. Let me see. Battle City. Yeah.
Battle City.
Let me see.
Yeah, those were the days.
House of the Dead search in. Nate says, back in school days, how I dressed like was the anime look. I always. Oh, he was called a Dragon Ball geek or a Naruto geek
Dragon Ball.
because my hair every day at school was spiky and bleached.
The judge.
Ah, sweet, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, you should, like Afzan said, you should bring back that hairstyle here
Yeah.
at BSA. Nate, let me see. I guess pretty much that's it. Oh, search in, do you believe in the ancient astronaut theory?
What's that?
I think that's in Big Bang Theory. I think.
Ancient astronaut?
Ancient astronaut theory.
I have no idea. Who's that?
That's Ram Lopez. Okay. Oh yeah, here we
have
go.
no idea.
Afzan
I'll
says,
do
if you were
research.
a character in the Big Bang Theory, which one would you be and why?
Ha. Okay.
Would you be Leonard? Would you be Sheldon? Would you be Raj?
Well, I want to be Howard because
Yeah,
he's
oh, yeah.
really funny, but I feel like I'm a bit more leaning towards Leonard.
ah,
I think my personality is a bit more Leonard compared
Mm-hmm.
to Howard.
so you would be the guy who would tolerate the bully,
Yeah.
because
I'm the nice guy.
yeah, because the thing with the Big Bang Theory is Sheldon. As much as you love him, you'd hate him
Yeah.
more.
he has no social skills.
Yeah,
at all.
no social skills. He blurts things. He
Yeah.
doesn't even blurt. He
Yeah.
just knows. He just tells you right off the bat. This is,
He's not human.
yeah, there you go. Oh yeah,
wanna-
ancient astro theorists suggest that's actually from Ancient Aliens. You know that guy, the like the crazy hair.
Oh, okay.
Ancient astro theorist says ancient.
Let me do some
ancient
research
aliens.
first. I'm not really familiar with it.
Joy says, I think Sir Chino is Leonard, Zana is Sheldon.
I hope Zana's not watching.
I hope she's not watching. I definitely hope she's not watching. Oh, Afzan says, Sheldon is me. There you go.
Oh, okay.
There. I guess that's it. Let's go ahead, say hi to everyone who's watching us on YouTube. But of course, please, by all means, if you wanna tell everyone about BSA, any other things you wanna talk about under the sun, please, Sir Chino, the floor is yours.
All right. Of course, thank you for tolerating this, this video, this live feed. No, just a joke. So thank you for watching, guys. And if you want to visit our website, just search BSA Solutions Inc. in Google, and then you can find our website there. And if you want to visit us, of course, please do feel free to drop by. We're located here at the 14th floor, FLB Corporate Center, beside the PUJ terminal, and right across H&M. And we'll be happy to give you a tour if you wanna drop by. All right.
There. So thank you so much, Sir Chino. Of course, our very own COO slash CFO here at BSA Solutions. We are a proud recipient of the Great Place to Work Award for 2 years now. This has been Nico. Please go check out BSA Solutions on the socials, and yeah, you'll realize that we're not just here for work. We also we work smart, not hard. We also have fun too, because it is what it is. Take care, everybody, and off to the next one. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.